Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Electric.
Yeah, fine.
We don't play in an acoustic band.
Electric.
Not yet.
All right. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Chandler here. So this is going to be my new segment on my YouTube channel called First Listen Review that is taken from my $5 tier full album reactions. So I reacted the entire album, and then at the very end I give my overall thoughts and initial thoughts and a score on the album as a whole. So again, if you do like what you see and want to support the channel going forward, head over to patreon.com/ChandlerBurtonEntertainment. This is exclusive to the $5 tier. Again, you get a full album reaction, review, and a whole bunch of other perks as well if you guys are interested. And again, there's always a link down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and thank you all so much for watching. Alright, my friends, so again, Wage War, The Strip Sessions, brand new album. Hopefully we're getting another album next year for them, which will be their fifth, I guess their sixth album after this one, but their fifth metalcore album here. And man, I am so excited for this dude. I love when Wage War strips their songs back. I think they sound absolutely fantastic. So I'm super excited. I even ordered the vinyl as well. It actually wasn't too expensive, so I just ordered it right when the pre-orders came out. So again, I'll have all the vinyls. I wish I would put this on CD. That would be really cool too, because I would buy that CD, no problem. But I did buy the vinyl. But again, yeah, Wage War is like my favorite band of all time, man. I don't know. Again, like there's just something about them that hits for me. Maybe personally, I really like the music. Like, I don't know, man. I just really, really, really love this band. And I've had the opportunity to talk to a few people in the band, like Seth and Cody. They've been very, very kind to me, replying to my messages and saying hi, and been very, very kind. So I'm super excited to check it out with you guys here. Again, Wage War, The Strip Sessions, is about a 37-minute album. So we're in for a treat, my friends. About the same length as Manic. So let's go ahead and pop it off here again. The first song is going to be Prison. That's stripped back. Let's go ahead and do it here in 3, 2, and 1.
A few moments later.
I gotta say, that's probably one of my favorites on the album, dude. Man, what a good listen, dude. That was such a fun listen. I don't know, man. Brenden really killed on that last one, dude. His voice fits really well with that gritty, like, country rock type song. This album was sick, dude. I mean, obviously, I love Wage War, as I talked about at the beginning. Like, just the best band, in my opinion, like, ever. So I'm excited to talk about it here. So my first listen review for this album is coming up next, so stick around for that. Alright, my friends, so again, we just got done jamming Wage War and their new album, The Strip Sessions. We just jammed the entire thing. Of course, I loved it. So, I mean, there's not really much else I can say. I mean, I'm going to go through some pros and cons, but y'all know, I mean, I love Wage War. Like, I just love this band. So, they can do no wrong, in my opinion. So, let's talk about some of the pros, some of the cons, top 3 songs, and I'll give my score at the very end for you guys here. So, pro number 1, like, what I really like about the songs, like, obviously, I've taken songs from their LPs, and they've kind of just stripped them back here, as of course that's the name of it is, the Strip Sessions. But you definitely feel a different type of emotion when the songs are stripped back. Like, you know, like with songs like Hurt, Slow Burn, like I still felt the emotion like on the original songs, but you still feel the emotion on these songs as well. It's just a different type of emotion. Like, I don't know, like for me at least, like when bands strip stuff back, I just feel a different type of emotion. Not a bad emotion or anything like that. I still feel an emotion when I listened to the strip version. I thought they did a really good job of like just making sure like the song still kind of sounded like the same a little bit, but again, it just had a different feel to it here, which I thought was fantastic. Another thing I would say is, dude, like Brenden has been proving himself over and over with these new releases, man. Like when he first started singing, like he just definitely had that Nickelback type rock voice. But I mean, there's some songs like on the stripped version, like for example Prison, where his voice got a little more melodic and could really like do what Cody is doing. And I thought that was really cool. Like he's come a long way. Not only I think he one of the best like consistent screamers like out there right now. Like I really feel like his voice, if he keeps practicing on it, he could be a great like just a great singer, like in general. I mean, Cody is great too, but again, like Brenden, we just knew him as the screaming guy. Now he's like full on doing everything, and I think he did a really good job on this album. And all the songs, again, that he re-recorded for certain parts of it, I thought he did a really good job. I also really appreciate that they went back and re-recorded some of the vocals on these songs. They didn't do it with all of them, which I understand. They're incredibly busy. I'm sure they're working on a new album right now. They're on tour with A Day to Remember. Again, people got to keep in mind, like, this album, it's an album, but it's not like the next album for Wage War. This is kind of like a spin-off type album, I guess you could say. And so, like, I understand that they couldn't go back and re-record everything, but they did go back and re-record some of the, like, the vocals, like adding Brenden on Me Against Myself, or again, doing some cool stuff. Like, again, they had to do Folsom Prison Blues. They had to record that. So, yeah, they did a good job of, like, re-recording some of it here. I'm glad it just wasn't, like, Cody's voice from the original song. They just slap it onto, like, a strip version. I think that's really cool. They took some time and re-recorded some of the songs. Like Gravity, Gravity, like that sounds the exact same as like the original, like vocal wise. But for the most part, they went back and re-recorded a lot of it. And I really give them props for doing that with their really busy schedule. And the production on this is great too. Like I think Jerry McKinnon worked on this from A Day to Remember, and it sounds fantastic. I think Andrew Wade did as well. I'm not sure who produced it. I don't know if it was Drew Folk again or not, but whoever did it did a fantastic job. I thought this album, as all of Wage War stuff, sounded like top quality as like their LPs. I thought they did a really good job with it. So this is not really so much of a con or a complaint. This is just something that I noticed. But again, I got to keep in mind that these guys are incredibly busy and that they're just grinding through and through. I think it would have been really nice to see a one or two songs from Blueprints making on here. I mean, it's funny, like, I for some reason, like, a lot of people, like, when you put out your first album, most people are like, oh, I don't want to play any stuff from that old album. And I'm sure Wage War probably does feel the same way, because, again, that was our first album, and they're probably still trying to figure out what they wanted to do. I think Blueprints is one of the most, like, in any, like, when it comes to metalcore, I think it's one of the best debuts in metalcore ever. Like, it just sounds really good. And so I can understand not wanting to play old songs. Like, I understand they want to do different things with their new stuff, but I think it would have been really cool to see like 21, or even like I think Youngblood would have been really cool, like stripped back. I think that would have been a really emotional song for a lot of people. Who knows, maybe if they do a strip session like 2, like part 2, maybe we'll get stuff from Blueprints on there. But again, it's not a huge complaint. I just think it would have been really cool to see something, 1 or 2 songs from Blueprints. So my top 3 favorite songs from the strip session here. Number 1, Folsom Prison Blues. They did a really good job with that, man. Again, I've technically have heard that song because I saw Cody play it live at the Ghost Inside reunion. I wasn't there, but I watched someone record it, and I watched it on my phone, and then they kind of started adding it to their set list here, kind of incorporating everybody else, and I thought they did a really good job with the recorded version as well. I thought it just sounded really sick. It definitely the standout for sure on this new album. I'd also say Slow Burn. Slow Burn has become one of my favorite songs on Manic. I just love that song and the message behind it, and having it stripped back, as I mentioned, the pros, it gives me like a different type of feeling. Like, I don't know, like it still motivates me to want to like just go through and just power through life. And so I thought they did a really good job with that. And then I would say Hurt, man. I mean, I thought it was cool in the beginning. They used it, instead of using like a guitar, they used like a piano to kind of as like the intro, and they kind of led into all that. And again, Britten sounded great on that as well. So again, those are my top 3 songs from the strip sessions here. But again, I love Wage War. I loved it all. But those are the top 3 songs that stuck out to me on this first initial listen. I really admire Wage War for literally, like, really listening to their fans. I mean, there are so many comments on all the videos saying, like, we would love to see, like, a strip version, we'd love to see an acoustic version, and they actually gave it to us. I mean, Wage War, I think, does a really good job of just really connecting with the fans. I mean, again, as I said, I've talked to Seth, and I've talked to Cody of Wage War, and them just like send me like a quick message saying like, thank you for the reactions, or thank you for all that you do for us when it comes to doing this. Like, that really does mean a lot. It's like little things like that really do go a long way in regards to like just them connecting with their fans on a personal level. I thought the strip sessions was great. I thought it was really cool. Again, I would like to have seen more from Blueprints, or maybe some other songs in the future that they can do, but overall, man, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I feel like I'm the worst at reviewing Wage War because again, I feel like it's like I'm reviewing one of my kids. I don't have any kids, but I feel like I'm just like I can't give. Like, I'm always proud of my child, you know, no matter what they do. And I really like this album, man. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to listen to it, just feel the emotions of these songs, and just jam it like for the rest of my life, like sincerely. And so I'm gonna give Wage War, the Strip Sessions, a 9 out of 10. Again, I just love this band, so some people may disagree with me on that score. And again, if you do, I love to get a back and forth conversation started with you guys here in regards to that. But for as a massive Wage War fan, the Strip Sessions did not disappoint. I loved every second of it here, and I really do hope we get a second one, you know, in the future. Excited for their 5th album, like super excited for that. I'm assuming it's going to be dropping sometime in 2023. But if we get another Strip Sessions, I ain't gonna be mad at that, brother. I ain't gonna be mad at that.